Hi guys, today's video is going to show you how I did this holiday makeup look, so stay along for this tutorial. So to start this, I want it to be a glowy base. Just remember with a glowy base, you have to go light to medium with your foundation or else it's really just not going to show through and you might as well be using highlighters on top. So I'm gonna go with a light to medium base and we're just gonna put Glotion in the shade 903 all over my face for a really healthy looking glow. Go ahead and start with eyes because I'm gonna be using some glitter and shimmer products, and that is a pain to get off once you get it on your foundation. So we're just gonna go ahead and set the entire eye area with, I have Tarte Shape Tape in the shade 22B. This is officially my favorite brush from Morphe for spreading some concealer around. I really love it. I believe it's the Jaclyn Hill collection and it is the JH17 and it is really nice. So a while back in one of my videos, I got a palette that is called Always Naked and it's from Wet n Wild, and there is a glitter in it that I have been just wanting to try. I haven't had the time to play around with this new palette. It is the Vava Bloom and I got this for $12 off of Morphe. It was a great sale and I just really want to try it out. So it's a lot of pinky mauves and we're gonna go in with the lightest mauve here. I don't see any names, so we're just gonna go by the shade. And just in the crease and on the outside. I might as well play around today for a holiday eye. So I'm gonna hit in with this darker mauve here. And the pigment packs a punch in this palette. So because I'm not hooded, but I don't have a crazy amount of eyelid space, I like to tap it on and open my eyes just to see how far up I have to go right in the middle here in order for the shadow and the pigment to be seen, or else once I open it just disappears completely. And if you have hooded eyes, that's the best way to do it, is just to look straight ahead in a mirror and just basically see how far up you need to go, because you obviously don't need to go all the way up to your eyebrow. Tapping it in. So I'm just going to look downwards into a mirror so you can kind of see where you're tapping in. And then again, you're gonna hold the brush right on your crease and open. And that's where you're gonna kind of carve it out. Now, I like to stop about 3/4 of the way. Unless I'm going for like a full sparkle, I'm not going all the way. I like to have like that depth on the outside. So that's as far as I'm gonna go with the glitter, and I'm gonna go ahead and tap that on while it's still wet. And I have a feeling that this glitter, whoa, it's really soft. Okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's really pretty. This is almost like a New Year's Eve look. Like I would wear this out for New Year's Eve. So pretty. Okay, once you have that on and that's as far as you want to go, you need to take the brush again and go in with the darker shade and just tap it. And this is where you want it to blend into the sparkles without taking over the sparkles. And you also don't want to bring the sparkle into your shadow. So just tap, tap. And the easiest way to cut in is if you have a very nice rounded brush. You can also use a square one, but you do chance the square edges kind of catching and hitting somewhere you don't need it to go. So round works best with your eye shape. So tap it on, open, shove it into the crease, go about 3/4, and that's where we're gonna stop. And while it's wet, we're gonna go ahead and tap in to that glitter or shimmer. I'm actually obsessed with the sparkle. And if you haven't watched my last video for the $6 eyeshadow palette, that was like less than $6 for that eyeshadow palette, and it is absolutely worth it. I've used it a few times now. The glitter on that is stunning, absolutely stunning. So we're gonna go ahead and take a light shade and just blend that all out. So this sparkle is stuck onto my under eye, and I would use makeup wipes, but I'm very, very sensitive to makeup wipes, and it'll turn me red and blotchy every time I use them. It's super hot, so I tend not to use them, and I'm just using the micellar water with a little bit of paper towel. Now I'm gonna clean up the edge here. So now for a glowy base, I'm gonna use the Halo Glow liquid filter, and we're gonna mix that in with our foundation. Now I will add, if you turn super oily and you're using this because you absolutely love the glow from it, you are going to want to set your T-zone area or wherever else you feel like you get super oily from, because it only makes you look shinier. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of it under the eye, just right here, because I also want a thinner finish with my concealer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap in. This is the Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth. This brush is one of my favorite brushes, and it's off of Amazon, and it does fluctuate prices, so I'm not sure how Amazon really works, but when I got it, it was $5.95 or $6, and right now I think it's like $8. So still under $10, and it's a really great brush, and it really pushes the product in without leaving it sitting on your face. So I highly 10 out of 10 recommend this brush. So I'm gonna use the Light Ivory e.l.f. concealer, and this is the hydrating one, so I'm just gonna put it on with my finger here, and then we're gonna lightly blend it out. And you are going to want to set that, because anything with a glow luminescence in it, I find makes it a little bit slippery, so it's not setting your concealer as well as it would without. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm gonna add a little bit to my forehead here, but basically if you're using anything glowy, you're going to want to set it, because I find it budges just a little bit more than normal. Lashes, I'm actually just going to do mascara today, and this is the Morphe Make It Big. I'm gonna let that dry before we do our under eye makeup, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do some contour, bronzer, and blush now. So for the contour, I'm gonna use the Fair to Light e.l.f. So now that your mascara is dry, we're just gonna go ahead and tap underneath the eye. I'm using the pinky brown shade, about halfway. We're just going to do a little bit of the Candlelit blush. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow wand. I'm just gonna put a little bit, basically where your highlighter goes, and just tapping it in. Set with some Huda Beauty powder. Use a little bit of the Sunkissed Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Tapping it on where I want that glowy, sun-kissed look. For blush, we're gonna use Shelly. This is from Benefit. Just tap a little on. Highlight is going to be everyone's favorite Cookie Benefit highlighter. Right on the inner corner. Give that nice pop of glow. I'm gonna use Essence. This is a beautiful nudie brown. Then brows, we're just going to brush them upwards with the brow lift from e.l.f. Any little areas that just need to be filled in, I'm taking the brow pencil from Morphe, and this is the shade Biscotti. I feel like when I have bold makeup going on, I don't need a very bold eyebrow. Each their own. I find one thing on your face should be bold. So whether it's your lips, your brows, or your eyeshadow. And today's look is a bit of the eyeshadow, but something tells me just to try on a red lip just to see how it goes for the holidays. And I know it's probably a bad idea, but why don't we just try it out? So this is the final look, the New Year's Eve holiday glam. I'm really, really loving the Wet n Wild Always Naked palette. It is 10 out of 10, worth the $5 to $6, guys. Get this palette. Like, the glitter on that is just absolutely stunning. Let's go ahead and try a red lip just for the fun of it. I have my beloved Red Hot Candy Red Lip Vinyl Lip from Maybelline. Let's try it on. I don't really know if there's any way of toning that red down for this look. Not really, since that was a fail. Let's try one more lip. First lip was still my favorite, but I wanted to try on a few. It doesn't hurt to. This is what we're here to do. Just try out some lips, try out some looks, and see what goes and what doesn't. And I'm gonna go back to the nude now. Okay, so back to the nude lip. This is why even when I have a client, I say pick one or the other. Something should be bold on your eyes or lips, but it shouldn't be both at the same time. It's just too much going on at once. So yeah, this is the final look. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you wanna see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.